Good 2025 to you. My name is Ryan. This is Great Lakes Storm Chasing Network, GLSCN for short. This year, here at GLSCN, we are going to be doing a lot more in the way of YouTube content for the region and also surrounding areas. We have had multiple people request us to do out of state coverage. For those familiar with Michigan Storm Chasers, that's where we operate primarily off of myself, Joel, Caleb, Chandler, Alex, and Nick, as well as our partner chasers. But we are going to expand our operations here, and we're also going to start doing out of state coverage when Michigan is not as active. That could be, moderate risks in Oklahoma or the deep south. It could be major snowstorms, in the Midwest somewhere. We're going to do a lot more in the way of YouTube coverage here for you guys. And with that, we'll be doing a lot more video updates for you guys across the US. With that being said, we have a lot to talk about here in the Great Lakes region, primarily for us here in the region, but also for surrounding areas. Starting with lake effect snow, we have a clipper system moving through, as well as a major potential storm moving in for your Sunday and Monday time period. Let's go ahead and dive right on in here for your forecast. This is the HRRR model showing us snow bands for the next 48 hours in advance. Let's go ahead and run this through the time frame here. We're going to see lake effect snow beginning today, already undergoing, already underway for West Michigan and also northern lower Michigan. Ohio also getting some lake effect snow bands as well. Those will continue for several days. Today is Wednesday. We expect this to go at least until Saturday or Sunday. So 4 or 5 days of consecutive snowfall for our snowbelt regions here in the Great Lakes region. This will continue. Let's go ahead and run this through the time frame. We're going to see those bands continue. It will be heaviest up there in northern lower and also the UP. It will taper off here in western lower here by Thursday evening. It could crank back up for Friday as well, although models don't really show that happening. It is a possibility with winds turned out of the west-northwest with cold lake water or warm lake waters with colder moving over them. We could see some lake effect snow showers off and on for our friends in western lower. Also over here in northeast Ohio and western Pennsylvania, this area over here, typical lake effect belt, that continues to have some dominant lake effect bands there in the area. But also notice our clipper system moving through the time frame here Thursday night, Friday morning. That develops and slowly moves across Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio, dumping a couple inches of snow. With that being said, continuing on our track here into the day on Friday, we see lake effect snow bands continue to crank back up there across western lower Michigan. This clipper system continues to dive further south. Let's go ahead and put it all together, shall we? Lake effect snow for the primary concerns are coverage area of Ohio, Indiana, and Michigan. The highest amount up there in northern Michigan, 10 to 18 plus inches for both western UP and also north central, east central UP there by Sault Ste. Marie and Munising areas. We'll have thin areas of 6 to 12 surrounding that area. It just kind of makes sense there. Kind of tapers off further south you go. And if the western UP, the further south and east you go, it tapers off there before it reaches a trace to 1 inch there in the central southern part of the UP. Michigan lake effect snowbelt, 6 to 12 inches up there by Gaylord, a wide area of 2 to 4 plus from basically Ludington down south to Kalamazoo. Further east, lake effect snow bands don't really affect the eastern side of Michigan, so apologies to Detroit area. Our snow lovers over there, I know you guys want snow, but at this point, this is not your system. Pay attention to mid-January timeframe. We'll get to that point here in a second. But further to the south here, we are seeing 6 to 12 over there in Lake Erie snowbelts over towards Cleveland and over towards the Pennsylvania border there. Could definitely see higher amounts over there as well. But also notice here the 1 to 3 and trace to 1 swath across Indiana and Ohio. That is from your clipper system moving through late Thursday into early Friday. So that's a separate snow system, not lake effect, but you guys will be impacted with snow, much the same, with highest accumulations across central Indiana there from Lafayette to Muncie over into the Salina, Ohio areas. You guys will have the heaviest amounts of 1 to 3 inches. Looking at a zoomed in look here for Indiana, that's your 1 to 3 zone there from, again, Lafayette over toward Muncie, Richmond areas, and then around those areas, trace up top there, close to South Bend, Angola areas, and then further south here toward Fort Wayne, could get an inch or two. Then further south toward Indianapolis and below, we're looking at a trace and then mostly rain for us here in southern Indiana from Jasper to Evansville to New Albany areas. Our attention now comes to a system that we're tracking for Sunday and Monday a lot of talk, a lot of hype on social media for this system. Major snowfall, major ice, major rain, major this, major that. Let's pump the brakes. Let's go ahead and dive in here to the European and GFS models here. Starting with the European model, we're going to notice a couple of things here with our system. We're going to run, gotta go back one. It's actually loading a new model run in. Let's go back to the 6Z here. This is your track. There's your Clipper system moving through there on Thursday evening into Friday morning. Pay attention over here to Oklahoma. We have some moisture conversions taking shape, and bam, there's our system. Very rapid developing there across Kansas and Oklahoma. That then moves almost due eastward here across the plains into the Ozarks and then also into the Ohio Valley. And it slams currently, this is not a forecast. It currently gives us some heavy snowfall here from Missouri all the way back here through Indianapolis, Dayton areas as this system moves eastward. Now, this will shift north and south with its track. We'll get a better idea tomorrow evening when the system does come on shore. We can sample it, get better data, input in the models. But right now, both European and GFS models show the heaviest snowfall across central Indiana, central Illinois, and central Ohio. That's going to be your heaviest snowfall accumulations there. Will it shift? Yes, I want to stress that. So come back, keep an eye on the forecast. This is not an official location forecast, but this is just an idea of what models are showing. That will continue eastward here. And also notice here for our friends in Kentucky and currently southern Missouri, southern Illinois, perhaps southern Ohio as well, we could get some ice accumulation with this system as well. But again, that could also shift north and shift south. So pay attention, Tennessee, Indiana, Ohio, Illinois, Missouri. Pay attention to this forecast. Where you line up with the system's track will determine if you get rain, a mix, or snow. This is the European. Let's go ahead and take a look at the GFS here. Let's pause it at Sunday at 7 p.m. Let's go ahead and pop this menu open and click the GFS, and we're going to see it's pretty much in the exact same area here. We see snow for Indiana, Ohio, Illinois, Missouri, Iowa areas, the heaviest there in darker blue. And then also we have a mix down here in Kentucky and also rain further south down here for the deep south. So some model agreement does take shape, but we are still waiting on this to be sampled to get a much better idea of what to expect here in the region. So please stay tuned. Avoid the hype right now. We are going to see some good snowfall somewhere in the region. Probably at this point, I think it's pretty likely we're going to see snowfall. How much and where, yet to be seen. But this does look to be our first major synoptic system here that will be impactful to at least portions of this region, pending any major shifts. With that being said, come back tomorrow. We're going to cover this in more detail. Also, give you an updated forecast for that Clipper system. We got you guys covered here at GLCN. And let us know if you enjoy this video by hitting the like and comment below. If you guys have suggestions, feel free to suggest those as well. I'll catch you guys tomorrow on another YouTube update video here at Great Lakes Storm Chasing Network.